What's up, guys? My name is Devin, also known as FBE, and welcome back to another episode of Footballrs. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the 2022 Under Armour football cleats. So we have the Spotlight, the Highlight Hammer, and then the Highlights. So I'm going to give you guys kind of a first impression, first look, and just kind of tell you guys a little bit about the cleats before we do the initial review later on. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, so here they are. These are the brand new 2022 Under Armour cleats. I'm going to take you guys through each one, give you kind of my first impressions, what I think about the cleat, what positions they're built for, and just kind of give you guys any information that I can. Start things off with the Under Armour Spotlight, so I'm going to move the Highlight Hammers and the Highlights. Adios. Alright guys, so here they are. These are the brand new 2022 Under Armour Spotlight MCs. MC stands for molded cleat, which is these this molded plastic plate. So here they are. These are the latest skill cleat from Under Armour. They're pretty lightweight. I'm going to kind of just take you guys through the cleat, tell you guys a little bit about it. I was able to get my hands on these a little bit early. So they are technically samples, so if you guys see this tag throughout the video, just ignore it. It's a bunch of boring information on there anyway. So these cleats look to be a low-cut cleat. They do have this new kind of like ankle collar. It is slightly padded as well. Let me grab the old one to kind of compare. So the old one just kind of had this like knit, but this has like a full-on, like, it's almost, I want to say it's neoprene. I'm not 100% sure on the materials, but it's pretty sturdy. It's going to give you guys a little bit of ankle support, but it's still a skill football cleat. It's still low cut, lightweight. So I'm going to talk you guys through some of the details. So it is kind of minimal branded. Again, this is just a sample. But you have an Under Armour logo here. You have the word Spotlight here. You have this lockdown triangle here. And then another one on this side as well. I'm not sure the significance of that. Once we get to the full review, I'll kind of talk about the technology and what these things mean. But then you have kind of a hollowed out, just the outline of the Under Armour logo here. You've got kind of that cool like hazardous design on the heel. It does say Under Armour there, and then it says lockdown on this kind of front pull tab as well, and then just UA on the front. So a pretty good looking cleat if you ask me. I'm really a fan of this white colorway. It's really low key, super minimal. It also says Under Armour on the bottom, and there's kind of like a slight glitter to the bottom. I don't know how well you guys can see it on the camera, but a very pretty looking cleat. I really like how these came out. Can't wait to see how they perform, but they look pretty good. Also, both cleats kind of have this little fire thing right here. Pretty cool. Just kind of a small detail. I just took the paper out. I don't know if you guys saw that. And kind of looking on the inside, it's not white. It's kind of gray, and then it looks like it still has Under Armour's 4D foam insole. So I just took out the insole, and it is still that Under Armour 4D foam. This is excellent foam, super cushy. Something I noticed that's kind of weird is that the size tag is on the insole, which is very strange. I don't think I've ever seen that. Maybe it's just on the sample pair. I'm not sure. We're going to get our real pairs in eventually, hopefully from East Bay, and then again it has this hazardous logo where you put your heel, but yeah, awesome insole, looks good. So again, I just want to make it clear that these are a sample pair. I don't know if you guys can see in there, it does say the word sample, not for resale. So I'm not 100% sure if they made any final changes before releasing the one that they've released now to the public. It is available if you guys want to buy this cleat. I think it's $130 or $140. But I'm not sure if this is the exact same, but it's definitely very similar. It's probably the same, but like I said, this is technically a sample. So we've kind of covered the looks of the cleat. I've talked a little bit about this kind of padded ankle collar. It looks like it's going to provide a lot of support. Lacing system looks pretty traditional. It kind of ties into the booty thing, whatever you want to call it. So let's talk a little bit about the traction plate. So this is the exact same traction plate that Under Armour's been using for years. This is a better representation of it. This one's clear, so it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 circle studs, and then 2 blades here on the inner part of your foot, and then 2 in the rear as well. So these 2 blades here and these 2 blades here are going to help you kind of cut, change direction quickly. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Under Armour's traction plate. They're stiff most of the time, but they do break in over time. But like I said, I've talked about it before, I'm not a huge fan of circle studs. I feel like they don't really grip into the ground, and they're pretty short. You know, they're relatively short compared to something like these Alpha Menace ones. You guys can hopefully see the difference there. It just doesn't really grip into the ground. On turf, I feel like you slide in this traction plate. Maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments if you guys have used any Under Armour cleats with this traction plate and how it performed for you guys. So yeah, there's kind of our first look at the Under Armour Spotlight 2022. Like I said, it's a great looking cleat. I'm excited to see how this ankle cuff, whatever you want to call it, performs. If you feel support, if you feel discomfort. Something that Under Armour Spotlights are kind of notorious for is those heel blisters right here, because there's not a ton of padding. With these, like I said, they've added that booty, and it seems that there's a lot more padding back there. I don't know how you guys can see, but I can't wait to try these out. They look comfortable, they look really sharp. It's a good looking silhouette. It's kind of modern, but it's still like a low-cut traditional football cleat. So I can't wait to test these out. So there you guys go. There's the first look at the Under Armour Spotlight. All right, guys, so the next cleat I want to talk about is the brand new 2022 Under Armour Spotlight. The Under Armour Spotlight has been one of my favorite cleat lines for a very long time. Like most of you guys, I really prefer the older models. I'm not huge on this one or the one before it. But like I said, haven't tested these out yet, so I definitely got to give them a try. So let's kind of go through this cleat. I'm going to start with the looks like I do. So first things is first, this is a high cleat. It's a high cleat. It has these straps with individual steps. This says step 1, then the other one says step 2, and then the third step is actually on the laces, and it just says lace up. Hopefully you guys can see that. So pretend my foot's in it. Step 1, you strap over here. We've got kind of a Velcro layer here for this to adhere to, and then step 2, same thing other way, and then you tie them up. So kind of weird looking cleat. I'm not really sure how I feel about these straps. I'm sure it's going to feel, it's going to give you more of a lockdown fit. But something right off the bat that I'm not really feeling is this super short tongue. Let me unstrap it. But look how short this tongue is in relation to the actual cuff of the cleat. Kind of strange. Yeah, kind of strange. But something that's unique about this year's highlight, which is something I don't think we've really seen any football cleats do in the past, is that you can wear them different ways, I think at least. So as you guys can see, it's folded up right now, but if we fold this down, it folds right down. I'm pretty sure this is intentional. So now it's folded down, and gotta find step 1, and we can still strap it up. So now instead of a high cleat, it's more of a mid cleat. I'm not really sure what the purpose of this is. It's kind of a weird thing to think about, but now this tongue is at a proper height because it wasn't when it's full length. So here's kind of a visual representation of the two ways that you can wear this cleat. So you can wear it kind of a low to mid option, and then you can go with the traditional highlight route and wear it high. So this is obviously going to give you a little bit more ankle support. It's definitely flimsier than past highlights, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it is pretty lightweight for being such a high top football cleat. So like I said, it's kind of weird to see a cleat that can be worn two ways like this. I don't think this is anything we've really seen before. I'm curious how many people are actually going to want to fold it down and wear it like this, or how many people are going to want to wear it up. It's kind of going to be weird to see. Maybe if you get like an ankle injury on your left ankle, you wear this one up, and then this ankle's uninjured, so you wear it down. Like, I wonder if people are going to do that. A lot of possibilities with this cleat. Let's talk about the looks a little bit. So this colorway is a black neon green, as you guys can clearly see. Something I'm not a huge fan of is the overwhelming amount of like hazard, caution. Alright guys, so something I just noticed about these cleats is that these straps actually run through the cleat and underneath your foot. So if you pull and tighten this up, it should actually hug your foot from the bottom. That's kind of a weird idea. Unless, hang on, I think the insole goes over that. Let me check this one. You guys are learning with me. So in this cleat, it is underneath the insole. So that little bit is going to be under the insole. So it's going to kind of bring your insole closer to you, but I feel like that's going to separate you from the traction plate. Not fully, obviously, because all your weight's on it, but it's kind of weird to see. Something I just noticed about this insole, let's see if I can get it out, is that, so we have flex mode and we have power mode. So you guys, like I said, you guys are learning with me here. So when it's up like this, Under Armour calls that their power mode, and when it's low like this, that's going to be the flex mode. They give you kind of little graphic there. Pretty neat touch. Under Armour always kills it with these small details, especially on the insoles. I love their insoles. But yeah, kind of strange. So just to talk about the design again, I'm kind of talking all over the place, but you kind of have this nice black silhouette with these nice lines going through it. It does say Under Armour all throughout the toe and around here. Nope, I lied. There's an Under Armour logo here, Under Armour logos on the straps. Trying to see what else. We do have more of that caution hazard, skull and crossbones there on the heel. This is kind of like a nice fake leather material, I think. And then the traction plate is the same as the last highlights. Looks like a kind of like a baseball diamond stud. I guess that's what they've been doing. I haven't really kept up too well with Under Armour here, but then you've got some medium studs here that are going to help you. I've always been a big fan of Under Armour traction plates, Under Armour highlight traction plates to be specific, but they are incredibly stiff, like I mentioned with the spotlights. As far as comfort, like I said, I'm going to give you guys more in the full review, but the upper is pretty soft. It's pretty malleable. It's not stiff like past Under Armour ones. This is a neoprene material-ish. The tongue is neoprene, super soft 4D foam. So if I had to guess, these cleats are going to be incredibly comfortable, and these straps are going to kind of help you lock in. I just did them in the wrong order. They're going to help you lock in and hopefully, be a really comfortable football cleat. So I think I've kind of talked about everything about this cleat. You have flex mode, you have power mode, you have these straps, kind of steps to lace them up. They look good. They're a high top cleat. You can also wear them low. Same traction plate, diamond studs here. Small medium spikes here. Overall, a good looking cleat. I'd love to see it in a not so bright neon green. 6th grade me would have loved this colorway, but as I've gotten older, I've realized cleaner colorways go a long way. Hopefully we can get some more pairs of these so I can show you guys some other colorways as well. But overall, it's a really intriguing cleat. I'm very excited to test them out. All right, guys, now we have the last and least exciting cleat of the bunch. These are the Under Armour Highlight Hammer. So this is going to be a cleat built for linemen mostly. Super thick, super stable traction plate. But overall, I'm not really a huge fan. These kind of remind me of what Tom Brady's worn throughout his career, just super bulky Under Armour cleats. They're incredibly stiff. Let me actually get the papers out. That would probably help. Help us get a good look at them here. They are really stiff. This collar is incredibly stiff, which means lots of support. But I can barely get my hand in here. Oh my goodness. Hang on, guys. Oh my. Whoever put this paper in is... Oh my goodness. It's deep. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. Bro, who put this paper in here? The Hulk? Oh my gosh. Alright, so we've got the paper out. Still, this upper is incredibly stiff. It's nothing like the highlights or the spotlights. It's a lot thicker. They have this kind of rubber midsole here that kind of reminds me of Nike Lunarlon. It's kind of a similar feeling. Super stiff heel cup here. More hazard graphics. This collar is so thick. Again, we do have sample branding on the inside. I don't know if you guys can see that. It does say sample. So these might not be the final model, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty much the same. Something that's neat about this cleat is a pellet protector. So this little thing you see here, this little sheath, I guess you can call it, actually slides off. But I guess its job, I don't know this for a fact, but I assume its job is to protect from turf actually getting into your cleat, because there's no worse feeling than going to the locker room after a game, taking off your cleats, and just feeling all of the turf pellets, dumping them out of your shoe, and they get everywhere. You guys know that. Will this little sheath really stop it? Probably not. I feel like most of it ends up going around your ankle area, but whatever. So this heel cup, I'm not really sure what's going on here. It kind of has like a forged carbon look to it. And it's got this, it has like a little fin. Not really sure what's going on there. You have a super sturdy heel loop to help get them on. No loop on the front tongue. Tongue is incredibly thick, incredibly wide. Let's see. Let me get the insole out for you guys. So that's kind of a look at this midsole material, I believe. Like I said, guys, I haven't done my full research on these cleats yet. This is really my first look, so I'm really just kind of spitballing. Hopefully you guys are following me. This insole does not want to go back in, so we're just going to leave it out. at the end of the day, they look like a lineman cleat. They're incredibly bulky. This traction plate has some diamond studs, some really sharp mid studs, kind of a lower cut front stud, and then these big 4 full diamond rear studs, and a really stiff. Yeah, you can't even bend these at all. They're incredibly stiff. So these are clearly built for the big guys, man. They are built for the linemen. I can't wait to see if any NFL guys actually wear these. Under Armour usage in the NFL is incredibly low, but you never know. Some guys wear the Under Armour hammers. I'm pretty sure the 2 guards for the Buccaneers do, so that's Ali Marpet and I think Alex Kappa is his name. I could be wrong. But their guards both wear Under Armour lineman cleats. So from a design perspective, again, super bulky. They do have kind of this cool Under Armour wave that's the same as the highlight. Kind of a cool little arrow here. Under Armour logo, says Pellet Protect right there. Hazard graphics there. Forged carbon look on this heel thing and on the loop. Just super thick tongue, kind of an outdated material, I think. But it's incredibly bulky. Like I said, it's hard for me to kind of judge this cleat as a skill position player because I've never really worn a bulky lineman cleat because obviously that doesn't fit me for my position. But overall, I think they're good for the lineman. I'm going to try and give you guys a full review. I'll try to do some lineman drills or something, kind of get a good feel of them. But yeah, they're definitely interesting. I'm kind of interested to see how this pellet protect thing works. I'll have to find a turf field nearby and see if it keeps the pellets out. But overall, so it's a lineman cleat. You know, it's nothing too flashy, but it looks like it'll get the job done. So there's kind of my first thoughts, first impressions on the brand new 2022 Under Armour Highlight Hammer. So there you guys have it. There's the first look, first impressions of the brand new 2022 Under Armour football cleats. Stay tuned for the full reviews on all 3 of these cleats. My name is Devin, also known as FBE, and thanks for watching another episode of Footballrs.